All right, let's kick it off. Welcome back to my journey as a 29-year-old who's just now getting into comics. If y'all rocked with the first video, I appreciate you guys for checking that out. That did pretty good for me. I think it's almost at 170 views. And I'm not someone who's trying to be a comic book YouTuber. And I was just throwing it up on this burner channel of mine. So I expected that bitch to get like 15 views and like no likes. But people tapped in, gave me recommendations. So I was like, all right, I gotta do another video. I'm bringing y'all a real vlog. But first, we gotta start the video out with my top 3 books read this week. First off, we're gonna have Spawn issue 3. Spoiler alert, if you're gonna read this, skip this. I really like this issue. You got to see Spawn have some humanity in him. You got to see him as a person. Spawn ends up remembering he has a wife, so he goes to see her, finds out that his best friend's been clapping his wife's cheeks for the past 5 years while he's been dead. Who knew? Not him. Bro crashes out, as anybody would. I know I would. Spawn ends up leaving after seeing his wife, runs into the Violator, and it's time for Spawn and the Violator to throw hands. Violator rips his heart out, literally rips his heart out, basically pulls Spawn's hoe card, calls him a little bitch, says he's nothing more than a human, walking away with Spawn's heart in his hand, and Spawn calls out to him, basically is like, hey, get your clown ass up, bro, because I'm about to clean your ass up, as he stands up with a hole in his chest. Shit was fire. My boys got aura. My boys got swag. They got nothing on Spawn. And shout out to my man Nick at work. I'm going to show y'all my favorite panels from my top 3 reads. He said that was a good idea, and I agree. All right, here we go. Here's my favorite panel out of the whole issue. It's very like the last page, literally, like I said, Spawn standing there, hole in his heart, or hole in his chest where his heart should be, and he's about to throw hands with the Violator and basically fry his ass by the looks of it. So I'm real excited for issue 4 because they're finally about to fight. They're finally about to duke it out. And that's something I've been waiting to see. So I'm ready for that. Coming in at number 2, Do a Power Bomb, issue 1. If you watched my first video, you knew I was looking for issue 1 of Do a Power Bomb. I ended up finding one. It's a B cover. Daniel Warren Johnson on the art and writing the story as well. Story is crazy. It's literally like a fever dream almost. It's about pro wrestling. And our main character is the daughter of a pro wrestler who ends up dying in the ring. It's her mother. She wants to follow her mother's footsteps. So later on in life, she's trying to become a pro wrestler, and all of a sudden a necromancer, like, yeah, I'm not lying, a necromancer comes out of nowhere and is like, yo, I'm having a wrestling tournament myself. You want to be a pro? Come compete in my wrestling tournament, and we're going to bring your mom back to life. So again, kind of seems like a story you got to be on drugs to write, but I'm rocking with it. Let me get into my favorite panel of the comic. Bam. This is the necromancer basically grabbing our main character and telling her, hey, I got a little competition up here. I got a little castle where we're about to be doing some sweet chin music. Some power bombs like the title, and what the fuck else what other wrestling moves are there? Choke slams, ball busters. I don't know if that's a wrestling move, but couldn't go wrong with this one. Issue 1, Do a Power Bomb. Check that out, y'all. Coming in at the number 1 spot, my top 3 books read this week. Absolute Batman, issue 1. I thought there was no way I was gonna read this and like it as much as everybody said. I was like, bro, it's Batman. How many times can you do Batman? People are just glazing this comic. No, my dumbass was wrong. I read issue 1. Issue 1, 5 out of 5 for me. So much action. The entire Batman world is like flipped upside down on its head. Certain characters aren't who they're supposed to be. For example, Alfred is like John Wick, basically. He's Alfred, don't get me wrong, but he moves and acts like John Wick. Batman's best friends are like Killer Croc, the Penguin, Catwoman, who else? I'm forgetting someone. Two-Face, but none of them are those characters, the super villains yet. It's a sweet ass idea, and Batman is brutal as shit in this comic book, man. He's beating people within an inch of their life, more than he already does, and he carries around an axe. The bat symbol on his chest turns into an axe. He literally like chops a dude's hand off. Art was insane. Story was insane. I was on the edge of my seat. I feel like a nerd saying that, because how can you be on the edge of your seat reading a comic? But I was. So I'll show y'all one of my favorite panels from this book, and then we'll move on to the vlog. So here we go. This was my favorite panel up here of Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman basically raging out. He's got a bunch of knives in his back, and he just got done, as you can see, clean cutting a dude's hand off with his axe. Come on, bro. Batman's about that life, man. I was blown away by this book. So if y'all are looking to read Absolute Batman and haven't gotten into it yet, pick up Absolute Batman issue 1. I don't care if it's a 29th printing of it or however many they got. Just pick that shit up and read it. Anyways, that's my top 3 books of the week. Let's get to the vlog. Boom. Vlog mode initiated. This is what we about to do. We're about to hit Capital Comics in Raleigh, and then we're going to go to my LCS Ultimate Comics in Cary. We are back issue hunting with a budget. Max amount of money I want to spend, $50. If I can't find the back issues I'm looking for, maybe I'll pick up some recent runs depending on what I see. You know, just because my max budget is $50 doesn't mean I want to spend $50, but we're on the hunt. Like in the first video, how I said before, for Symbiote Spider-Man 2099, I don't have any of those issues yet. I want them. Don't want to order them online. Want to find them locally. But also today we're going to be looking for possibly the greatest comic ever invented, in my opinion, as being a comic book reader for about a month and a half now. What comic is that? The Maxx. Last week, when I went to Capital Comics with the original video I tried to make, they did have some The Maxx back issues. They had issue 10, 11, and 12. I grabbed them up real fast. Specifically, I'm looking for issue 4 though, because that's what I need to read next. The Maxx, boom, is an Image comic about a homeless man. Yeah, you heard that right. He's a homeless guy, and he puts belt to ass. He's ripped and buff as shit. He's purple, and then he's got claws for middle fingers. So like imagine this, but like a big yellow claw. I don't know if I could do that on YouTube, but I'm doing it. Anyways, art of this book, super fire, man. So check it out. Here we are, The Maxx, putting belt to ass on a Black Is, that's what they're called. Up there is Julie Winters. That is a freelance social worker he is somehow psychically linked to. Right here, she is the Jungle Queen in the Outback. I can't explain it. You'd have to read it, man. But anyways, a lot of psychological things going on with this book. For some reason, they always draw Julie Winters as a bad bitch. Like, let me give y'all an example, man. There's no reason for them to be drawing her like this. Like, why did y'all do that? To me, seems like some gooner shit. Apparently, they say there's a reason for the way she dresses like this. I don't really know what the reason would be to wear, like, assless jeans or whatever you call that, but yeah, man, I don't know if I'm gonna have to blur that or not. Whatever, man, I'm the GOAT. I'm not blurring shit. We don't care about censorship on YouTube. We're about to hit the road. Let's go. All right, y'all, we are on the road once again, but for the first time in video form. I'm thinking we're gonna make a quick gas station stop. Gotta hit the G-Way because I'm thirsty and I want one of those Starbucks double shot drinks that they have. Hate to say it, but I'm pretty addicted to those, and I'm cutting weight right now, and I've seen that they have a 90 calorie version in there, so I'm like, all right, shit, like, why not? Why not have a young brother indulge? Am I really young though? Like, I'm 29 now. Is that, yes, like me being 29, I'm like, damn, that's still young. But if you would have asked me 7 years ago, is 29 young? I would have been like, man, fuck no. I would have been like, man, hang it up, bro. You're cooked at that age. You're cooked. So the reason why I'm not really looking for any specific recent runs is because there's nothing on my pull list for this week. So I really don't have an interest right now in tapping into any of the books that did drop this week. But I'll tell you what I am excited for. Next week's drops, bro. My pull list next week is hitting. The thing I'm excited for the most is going to be the new issue of Daredevil that's dropping. Last issue, issue 2. Spoiler alert, if y'all haven't read issue 2 yet, skip this. The last page ended with Daredevil getting saved by Spider-Man. And it's crazy because, like, I'm reading a Daredevil comic book, right? And it's only 2 issues so far, and it's been sweet. It's been great. Art's fire, story's fire. But throwing Spider-Man in the mix, I almost didn't care about Daredevil anymore. I was like, man, I can't wait for next issue just because Spider-Man's about to be in this bitch. So I'm looking forward to Spider-Man for sure showing up in Daredevil issue 3. Welcome to a fourth wall break from the editing chair. So there I am walking into Capital Comics. Nice little spot, chill little vibe. It seems pretty old in there and it smells old, but it's a nostalgic smell because it's old comic book smell. So first things first, I got something in mind. We got to check out the Predator back issues. If you know me in real life, you know I'm a big Predator fan. And right away, we come up on Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, issue 2. I need that. I already got issue 1. But the Grailski we find is behind it. We pull in issue 3, but the cover is the hardest cover I have on any of my comics. It's Sabretooth getting speared by a Predator. The art is insane. I don't care it's a variant. I had to cop.
Bro, no the max. We've been duped. It's all just start with M-E. Oh shit. Kind of fire. Like, I already went through all these. There's literally no the max there. It's okay. We gonna check the next store.
Little bit of a white lie because I stayed and ended up coming up on issue 3 of Pitt. Give me that, I need that. Had to check out the recent runs real quick to see if there was anything I was interested in, but I was gonna save it for my LCS because I get a 10% discount for having a box there. Hashtag never broke again, hashtag we eatin'. So here we are getting into the car, leaving our first stop. I'm sitting there popping my gums, talking about how I got some bangers and that we only spent $16.09 of our budget so far. And then my dumbass realizes, damn, I just realized my mic ain't even on. There we go. But man, we found some heat in that bitch, man. Oh my God, I found one of the hardest freaking covers ever. You guys already probably seen the B-roll that Predator Kills the Marvel Universe with Sabretooth variant cover. Oh my God, bro, I'm an A-cover guy. That shit was so hard. I had to grab that bitch, man. Couldn't leave that sitting there. We did not find any Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 though. We also did not find any of the Max. But I ain't gonna lie, I cleaned them out of the Max last week. I figured maybe they got some more in, but not only did I clean them out of all the Max issues they had last week, they did have some of the Max and Friends, which I didn't grab. Someone came in there and grabbed that. So anyways, real excited about the haul I got here at Capital Comics. Can't wait to go over it with y'all. Let's go over to Ultimate Comics and Cary. All right, y'all, we made it to Ultimate Comics. How do y'all do this vlogging shit, man? My phone, like, I'm trying to record a video and use GPS. My phone's overheating, acting like a nuclear bomb, like it's about to explode. Like, I was getting frustrated. But nonetheless, we made it here. Let's get on in there. Let's see if they got Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. Spoiler alert, I don't even need to see the movie to know. They don't.
We in this bitch.
Sorry about the rattling noise on the back of my phone.
broski.
I will have that fixed next time. I'm new to this vlog stuff. Give me some grace. Had to check the recents real quick.
Bam. Acquired. Oh wait, no, this is issue 1. My dumbass fault. Cover B. Cover B. Here we go. Cover A-ski. Bam. I don't know though. Cover B kind of go crazy. Nah, we need the A.
Nah, we should have kept the B. In hindsight, I'm looking at cover A and cover B was harder. But we had to check the back issues
Acquired.
next. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find in these back issue boxes. At least that's what I've came to realize. Vampirella, never heard of that. Think I could figure out all I need to figure out from the cover. But check this out though, we got some dope issue 1s here. Spawn issue 1 for the 40 ball. Good thing I already have that. But you think that's expensive? Look at this.
$64 for that, bro.
Yep, you read that right. $64 for Ghost Rider issue 4. Maybe I'll grab that one day, but honestly, besides the goon here, we have a Grail alert. Here it come.
Bro, no fucking way.
Despite all odds and all the shit talking I did, we found it. Cue the hype train. That's right, you see it. Even with the glare, we found one, boys. We found one in the wild. Y'all know how long I've been looking for one of these? This is issue 2 of Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. It's only been like a week since my first video, but I've been looking for this for like almost 2 months now, since I got into buying comics before I documented it. We finally found one. I was being a Debbie Downer before I went into Ultimate Comics. I was like, Newsflash, spoiler alert, they're not gonna have one of these in there. I was wrong. I had to go through the Spider-Man miscellaneous box, man. I was looking through a bunch of garbage. And man, I'm so hyped. Like the feeling of finding something you're looking for is I can't describe it. This is the happiest I've been all day looking for stuff, was just to be able to find one of these. So honestly, I wasn't going to do this, but y'all gave me some suggestions in the comments of the last video. That boy, iMollywop, aka my brother, that boy said you need to get into Superior Spider-Man. So you know what? We're going to go to one more comic book store. We're going to Fuquay. Fuck it. And we're going to look for a Superior Spider-Man issue 1. I tried looking in there, couldn't find one. Who knows if they'll have an issue 1? Probably not. We're going to shoot out there anyways. I ended up spending $27.96 in there. So what's like 16 plus $27.96, man? That's like 40 something? Is that almost 50? We're at $43 out of the $50 budget. Gives me room to buy one more comic book. Let's go see if they got Superior Spider-Man out in Fuquay.
Superior Spider-Man, here we come. Totally not jaywalking. Let's get it.
Well, we tried to end our day on a high note, but unfortunately, they did not have Superior Spider-Man.
Bro, R.I.P.
Completely empty. Even asked the guy behind the counter. But I still didn't leave empty-handed. You know I had to grab a couple more books since we weren't at the max budget limit, and I wanted to check out Only the Savage Are Left. That just came out. And Ultimate Comics did not have it when I was there. We're back in the whip. They did not have what I was looking for. They had no Superior Spider-Man. I asked them if they had Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. They did not. And, you know, ended up being kind of a bummer they didn't have anything. But we still picked up 2 books. Cost us $9. That brings our budget to $52. We were $2 over budget. All in all, good-ass day. We're going to go back to the crib now, and I'm going to go through the whole entire haul for the day. I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A real quick because I got a free chicken sandwich I need to redeem. So I'll see you guys back at the crib. All right, what's good, everybody? We are back at the crib with our haul. Let's get into it. First of all, we got to get the most exciting find for me out of the way. You already know what it is, man. Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. Look at the cover. That cover is so freaking hard. Issue 2, we didn't find issue 1. I did not think I was going to find this, especially at Ultimate Comics of all places. I feel like I can never find my back issues there. But, bro, we prevailed. We are rocking with Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. I'm so excited to have this. I can't wait to get the other 4. There's 5 issues in total. And just look, man. The cover is so hard. I can't wait till I film this with my better camera for episode 3. And you guys can really see how the covers look like in 6K. Anyways, moving on. Next on the list of our pickups, The Punisher, the Red Band version. Issue 4 to be exact. So I seen this when I was at Ultimate Comics. I picked it up real quick because I am reading the current run of The Punisher, and it does reference things that happened back in The Punisher Red Band, which I haven't read. And this is supposed to be super bloody, super gory, and like uncensored as far as like cursing and stuff goes. So I'm really excited to get into it, but I just got to find all the other main issues now. But yeah, they even put this like, what is this appropriate audiences plastic bag on it. I don't know, trying to look edgy. Who knows? I'm excited to get into that though. Next on the list, we've seen this at Yellowbird Comics in Fuquay, and that is Only the Savage Are Left. This is actually a recent running comic that came out this week. It is a Dark Horse comic. I wanted to check this out. Apparently the plot is like everybody's in an infected world and there is a cure to get uninfected, but if you're infected, you turn to these monsters, right? So a cure to be uninfected is to like kill somebody as a monster or something like that. I don't know. Sounds like an interesting concept. I'm excited to get into it. And, you know, good little monster story, it seems like. Cover kind of hard. I give the cover 3.5 out of 5 stars. Next on our list, She-Spawn, issue 2, as you guys seen in the B-roll. I did get this at Ultimate Comics in Cary, so I got my 10% discount off. Issue 1 was okay, but they had a cliffhanger at the end, so I was like, well, shit, now I gotta follow it and find issue 2 when issue 2 drops. So I grabbed myself issue 2. I would give the cover, I give it just a 3 out of 5. Cover ain't that cool to me. As you've seen in the B-roll, I thought the B cover was cooler, but I'm an A cover guy, so I had to grab that up. Next on the list, at Capital Comics, I grabbed Spawn issue 13 just because it was so damn cheap. It was $3 and I did not fulfill my budget of $50 at that point because that was my first stop. And I was like, hey, you know what? Why not? I need this. Let me grab it. I'm going to be reading it pretty soon at some point because I'm reading through Spawn right now. And yeah, honestly, this cover's kind of cool. I'll give the cover another smooth 3 out of 5. Next up, what do you know? More Spawn. I promise I'm not a Spawn guy. There's a lot of these comics out. This is the latest issue of Spawn. This is a recent run. And again, the reason why I bought this is because that they switched writers on this. Todd McFarlane is no longer doing Spawn again. So people are saying, oh, if you want to get into Spawn right now, this would be the book to pick up because they're about to do a new story. I'm probably not going to read it right now. I just bought it. FOMO, man. FOMO. I don't think it's going to be worth any money one day. But, you know, I seen it there. Cover. 4 out of 5 stars for me. Another reason why I bought it. What is that? The Violator, Malbolgia. I think that's Malbolgia. I don't know. I'm not that far in the story, man, but cover, sick as hell, so I had to grab that up. All right, next on the list. This was actually a recommendation from someone in the comments of my last video. Let me see what their name was again real quick. All right, so shout out to my boy Alberto Suave 1448 recommending Rook Exodus. Another commenter, iMollywop, aka my brother, told me to pick up Superior Spider-Man, so that's what I went there looking for. They didn't have it, but I seen issue 1 of Rook Exodus, and I looked back in my comments and I was like, oh, okay, Alberto over here recommended me Rook Exodus, let me pick it up. So when I went to grab this and I was actually checking out, the guy that was working at the shop there was trying to talk me out of buying this. Well, I was looking through Spider-Man comics at first for Superior Spider-Man. He was like, you collect Spider-Man? I was like, nah, I'm looking for Superior Spider-Man, but I can see y'all don't have it. He's like, Rook Exodus? That's pretty niche for somebody who's just now getting into comics. Oh, because I had told him I'd only been into comics for like a month so far. I'm like, yeah, man, you know, like I made a YouTube video. I had someone recommend this to me. He like made this face and like shook his head. He was like, read through a couple pages. So he sits there, takes the book out, hands it to me. He's like, it's a little bit obscure. Read through a couple pages real quick and make sure you like it. I don't know if that's a normal thing at the comic book shop, but he let me do that. So I sit there and I read through a couple pages and he's talking to me and I see like a giant bear attacking somebody. I said, all right, I'm sold. I closed it up. I said, hey, I'll take it, man. I'm easily entertained. So giant bear with some dude shooting at a giant bear. All right, let me get that. So I'm excited to get into Rook Exodus. Cover art rating, we're gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Now, in addition to buying issue 1, I know there was like a big hiatus in between issues at some point. So people were waiting months and months for like the next issues to drop, and issue 10 dropped like this week. So since I was already there picking up issue 1, I seen issue 8 and grabbed it as well. And yeah, this cover, I'm giving this cover a 5 out of 5. The cover literally looks like he's like getting attacked by, let me see, get that glare off. Looks like he's getting attacked by like face huggers from Alien. So that's right up my alley. And then, you know, I was already in the moment, so I was like, you know what? Rook Exodus, issue 10, let me just grab it while I can. So again, this is another, I'll give this cover a 4 out of 5. Sweet cover, man. I'm excited to get into Rook Exodus. Got, you know, gonna have to start at 1, but build up the collection from there before I get to 8 and 10. And hopefully that guy that tried to talk me out of it didn't know what he was talking about, and I hope I like it. All right, y'all, only 3 books left in the haul. You know I had to pick it up when I seen it? Pitt, issue 3. I need to read issue 2. They did not have issue 2 there. The next closest issue was 3. So I just grabbed it because I'm going to be grabbing issue 2 at some point, I'm sure. So, you know, I'll give this cover art, I give this a smooth 3, man. Maybe a 3.5. Sorry about the phone glare. 3.5 on this, man. But hopefully I can find issue 2 soon so I can continue that story. From there, I ended up seeing Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, issue 2. Cover, I ain't gonna lie, I'm giving the cover like a 2.5. I think it's probably a good cover to everybody else, but to me, I don't think it's that sweet. I do have issue 1. I haven't read it yet, so I just picked this up just out of convenience when I was there. But really though, I probably wouldn't have grabbed issue 2 if they didn't have this issue behind it. Our final book in the haul, Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, issue 3. Look at this freaking cover, bro. This isn't even an A cover, it's a variant cover. like I said, I'm a A cover type of guy. This is the only variant cover I ever seen so far where I said, oh no. I said, no, we're not getting the A cover. We got to rock with the variant cover. Bro, Sabretooth with the Predator behind him. First of all, I hope Sabretooth ends up fighting with the Predator in this book. I hope, man. Sabretooth and the Predator, that's something I never even thought about, but it makes so much freaking sense in my head. Sabretooth is probably one of my favorite X-Men villains. And if you're from this era, if you know. X-Men versus Street Fighter, the arcade game, if you rock with Sabretooth, you're putting belt to ass. Probably the most broken character in that game. That's why I gotta main him. But look at the art on this, man. Like, it almost has like an anime feel to it. I literally snapped a picture of this and sent it to my brother, and my brother was like, honestly, you should get that framed. I was like, damn, that's a good idea. I really am thinking about doing that. And it's not even like a rare comic or nothing to my, to my knowledge, but the art is so sick. I might read this at one point, get it framed and put it up on a wall. So yeah, man, that was my comic book haul for the day. This was probably the hardest cover next to Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. This cover, 5 out of 5, 6 out of 5 from me. So yeah, so I guess that's gonna be it for episode 2, man. So again, I appreciate y'all for tapping in and rocking with your boy. I hope you guys liked the vlog. Again, if y'all got any recommendations of certain books for me to read, drop them in the comments below. And yeah, man, I guess I'm out this bitch, man.